Most people think the CRA only emails you if you did something illegal, but in reality, most CRA emails happen because very common mistakes. Today, I'm breaking down 5 common mistakes that can trigger an email or review from the CRA. And make sure to stay around until mistake number 4 because it's one that catches a lot of people by surprise, especially newcomers. Mistake number 1. Income that doesn't match the CRA records. One of the fastest ways to get flagged is to report income that doesn't match what the CRA already has on file. The CRA receives copies of your slips automatically, copies like T4, T5, and T4A. So when your tax return doesn't match those numbers, the CRA systems notice. This doesn't mean that you did something illegal. It usually means that you entered something wrong or misinformation. For example, forgotten interest income, a side hustle not reported, or entering wrong amounts. When the numbers don't line up, that's when the CRA emails happen. Mistake number 2. Claiming deductions that you don't qualify for. Another common trigger is claiming expenses or credits that you're not eligible for, like home office expenses or employment expenses. Or a very common mistake here is claiming medical expenses that were already covered by your work benefits. The CRA won't deny them right away. Instead, they are going to ask you to prove them. And if you can't provide documents, that's when problems happen. This is especially important if you're self-employed or have multiple sources of income. Mistake number 3, big changes compared with last year. The CRA always looks for patterns and changes over time. So when something changes drastically, they want an explanation. For example, a big drop in income, expenses suddenly doubling, or credits appearing out of nowhere. And again, not illegal, but it does raise questions. And typically, CRA emails are questions, not accusations. I want to mention something really quickly. If you're watching this and thinking, I'd rather not do this alone, I'm currently offering a tax filing video call. We file your taxes together, I explain things as we go, and you stay in control of your information. If that sounds helpful, there's a link in the description with all the details. Mistake number 4, RRSP contributions in your first year in Canada. This one is especially important if you're new to Canada. A lot of people are told to open an RRSP as soon as you arrive, and yes, you can open one, but here's the problem. In your first year in Canada, you do not have RRSP contribution room. That's because RRSP room is based on your previous year Canadian income. No previous income, no contribution room. So if you decide to contribute anyways, you are technically over-contributing. And this is something the CRA does catch. This is one of the most common mistakes that triggers CRA emails for newcomers. But there's a workaround. If you want a way to reduce your taxable income in your first year in Canada, you may be able to open a first home savings account instead. The first home savings account has a fixed limit of $8,000 per year, and you get that room as soon as you open it. So instead of risking an RRSP over contribution, the first home savings account can let you deduct up to $8,000 legally. This simple planning move can save stress and CRA emails later. And lastly, mistake number 5 is claiming credits or benefits without outdating your information. This one doesn't get talked about enough. A lot of the CRA emails don't start because of income or deductions. For example, a change in marital status, moving provinces, a dependent moving in or out, or a change in immigration status. Many credits or benefits, like the Canada Child Benefit, are based on that information. So if your situation changes and the CRA is not updated, they may ask questions, or they may ask you to repay the benefits. This catches a lot of people off guard because they think, I didn't do anything wrong. But from the CRA perspective, the numbers no longer make sense. Even something as simple as not updating your address can trigger a request for clarification. So when it comes to CRA emails, it is not always about what you claim, it is also about what you forgot to update. And one last important thing before we wrap up. If you do get an email from the CRA, do not ignore it. Ignoring a CRA email can actually trigger penalties. Most CRA emails have deadlines, and missing them makes the situation worse. And most of the time they are not accusing you of fraud. They want documents, clarifications, and corrections. Respond early, make any required corrections, pay any required fees, and most issues will stop there. Essentially, most CRA emails are not random. They usually happen because of small things that are easy to overlook. None of this means that you did something wrong on purpose, but they do mean the CRA wants clarity. The cleaner your return is, the less likely you are to hear back from them. Thank you for watching.